Hey, Timmy, it's Armie. Hey, dude. Yeah, remember when I spent 15 months traveling the world with you handing you awards all the time? I'm calling in my favor. Get your ass to Austin. And, yeah.
But then we just got really lucky in real life, too. Like, we just hit it off as human beings, and this is one of my best friends and role models today, which is something I like to say. Yeah, usually he reacts like a curmudgeon when I say that, but this time he reacted nicely.
My people.
How are you guys doing?
Doing well.
First of all, I have been...
What did you or Luca do to help build the relationship on and off set?
We made out before every take of every scene. Even if we weren't in the scene together, I would go to set just to warm up, as we like to call it.
And if you make rehearsals, if you stage the thing, and if you, in a way, puppet the scenes, you're gonna have something that is sterile, at least for me, and from me.
Yeah.
Wow, yes, yes.
You want to tell us a little bit about how you got ready for the peach scene and learned? I've seen a lot of peach emoji coming out.
Yeah, I'm milking it for all it's worth.
Yeah.
I've been looking for a project for a really long time where I could have sex with a fruit, and
I was more uncomfortable during the dance scene, to be perfectly honest.
maybe a sex scene, but not because it's a sex scene, but rather because I really enjoy dancing sequences and things of that nature.
Not that he doesn't enjoy sex.
Yeah. You know, I'd been searching for a project where I could have some sort of sexual experience with a fruit, and then this just seemed kind of like perfect.
This was his third choice. There was two others, but yeah. And we rode around Crema, and you can ride from one side of Crema to the other in about 7 minutes. So in the process of riding around, he's like, that's where you want to get coffee, really good coffee. That place has great pizza. That place has good gelato. Like, oh, here, let me go show you this over here. And so it was like the movie where I was...
Everything else in the movie played out, too. Thank God for that.
Really going for it. Yeah. I'm going to jump in before Luca answers his question and just tell you how that actual rehearsal went down. It's our first rehearsal. We'd spent...
And the only one.
The only rehearsal that we did. So we show up at the villa, which was the house that we shot in, and it's a beautiful villa. And we get there, and he shows us around, and he says, "Do you guys want to? Should we do a little rehearsing?" And Tim and I are like, "Yeah, let's get into it. Like that's what we're here for. Let's do some rehearsing." And he goes, "I was like,
great.
Yes,
yes."
So Luca's like, "Okay, well, I don't really have anything planned. If we want to do a rehearsal, we can just do something random, like I don't know, scene 62." So we're like, scene 62, absolutely. Flip, 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 flip. And all it says is Elio and Oliver making out. And we're just like, okay. And he's like, come on, we'll go in the backyard and rehearse. So we go in the backyard of the villa, and there's like this grass patch, and he goes, "You two just lay down."
And we did it twice, right?
Yeah, so we lay down, and he's like, okay, whenever you're ready, go ahead. And then we, Timmy and I rolled around on the grass, made out for a little bit, and before it was even done, Luca goes, "Okay, that's okay," and then just walked away and like left us laying on the grass. Yeah. Hi everyone, I'm Armie Hammer here with my friend and co-star Timothée Chalamet.
Timothy, did I pronounce your surname right? Because
you know what? I was really very happily surprised there. That was a good pronunciation.
Because I've heard different variations.
I've heard, yeah. So it's supposed to be Timothée Chalamet, but that has always seemed like too much of a homework assignment. So I don't want to be, I don't want to burden people with that. So honestly, whatever works. Timothy, Tim, Timmy, Doug, Max,
Doug,
Timmy
Alistar,
Chalamet.
Ooh, I've never heard that.
Yeah.
That sounds like the whole acting thing works out, and I start a cured meat company.
Yeah. Or like the gangster. Who's that? Oh, that's Timmy Chalamet.
Yeah, you don't want to mess with.
Yeah, Timmy Two Fingers Chalamet.
Why 2 fingers?
I don't know. Don't they always have funny names?
Yeah,
that's true.
He had 3 meats that went wrong, and he had the fingers cut off each time.
That's true. In a dangerous meat cutting operation.
Yeah, you don't want to meet Chalamet. You don't want to do that.
There you go. Bad fucking Chalamets over there.
You'll have your fingers.
Swing pan too.
And Armie, did I get your name right?
Yep.
I thought it was Armie.
It's Armie Hammer.
Armie Hammer.
Yep. Ouais. Mais ouais. We had a very beautiful, complicated relationship, the two of us, full of its ups and downs.
I just discovered from his wonderful wife that he was going back home and saying, "I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna kill him."
It was a beautiful, complicated relationship.
You're also getting great notices you're in Lady Bird, right?
Yes.
With Greta Gerwig.
Yeah, that's fine. That's all well and good. We're here to talk about Call Me By Your Name. Neil, if you don't mind.
I got out there and I met him, and that afternoon, after meeting him, we were riding bikes around the town, and he was going, "That's the coffee shop you want to go to, and they make really good gelato there, and that place has really good pasta, and great pizza over there." So our relationship kind of unfurled itself really analogously to the film. So we were just afforded all this time to spend with each other.
And then everything else in the movie played out too in real life.
Yeah. We really went for it.
Armie, that smile. And one more, Armie. With your hammer. Doctor. Dr. Hammer. Get with him, will you?
Thank you for that, Armie. Oop, you're not on that side. You're on that side. Okay. Thank you for that. You're truly my brother. He said we've taken 200 plane flights together, and that's true. I'm like a nervous flyer, and every time he sees me getting nervous, he'll go, "We're gonna crash." So, thank you for that.
Of course, the beach scene is one that you would imagine while reading.
I'm sorry, which scene?
The beach scene.
Peach scene.
Oh, right.
I'm sorry, yeah.
It's the one where I...
Oh, right, yeah, of course, yeah.
What resonated with you the first time you read the script?
Reading it, well, I'd been desiring a sexual scene with a fruit in a movie for some time.
Bucket list for any actor,
I read it
right?
and I thought, oh, this is it. Okay, all right, I found it. No, Los Angeles has always scared me a bit. But in truth, Los Angeles has become a second home of sorts in recent years. One of the sweeter moments of the last year was getting to bring my sister to the Golden Globes. She was elated and proud, and I could look around and be assured that I was not the least famous person there, because that was my sister. But,
What's your relationship like since filming? Like, have you become family?
It's exactly like it is in the movie.
Almost exactly, yeah. Right? Except we hate each other. Yeah.
I felt this way when I met him. I felt this way a month and a half working with him, and now we've been promoting this movie for 2 years. I'm all the better for it. It's humanity. It's loving fatherhood. It's being a loving husband. It's bringing humor to work. It's bringing hard work. It's being egoless. And I feel like I would be remiss not to shout out Armie's wife, who's sitting right next to him too, Elizabeth Chambers, because in many ways, even during the production of Call Me By Your Name, like, you're really the part of the experience and part of the package. Like, Elizabeth and I would joke that, like, I would come over to Armie's apartment sometimes and this is going on way longer. I'm sorry, man. I gotta wrap this up. But I'll skip that. Elizabeth, I love you, man.
But there is an upside to press junkets and to press trips. I mean, what would you say are the upsides?
Well, we were talking before, and I said, there are a few things that make these trips really worth it. You get to spend time with people you love and admire, like me and Chalamet's, and then you get to travel to great locations. You get to stay in amazing hotels. They take you out for excellent dinners. But pragmatically, the best thing about them, honestly, are the fact that if you are good about sort of putting your mileage number in for all these flights, at the end of it, you have shitloads of sky miles. I mean, I've done huge press tours. We did a massive press tour for Man from U.N.C.L.E. several years ago, and we went everywhere multiple times and just sort of like blanketed the planet talking about our movie, which didn't quite work for us for some reason. But anyway, we traveled all over the place talking about this movie. And I don't think that I paid for a flight afterwards for 2 years. I was throwing around upgrades like they were jelly beans. Like, it was excellent.
You get an upgrade.
Yeah.
You get an upgrade.
I was just picking random people from the back of the flight. You, come on up here,
Who's this enormous man yelling at us?
Cut to a year and a half after the press tour where you're out of miles and all of a sudden you're at the back of the plane sitting by the bathroom and you're like, man, I wish I had another press tour.
Cue slow emotional music, and a man comes from the front of the plane and says, "Many years ago, you upgraded me, and now I'll return the favor."
Oh, dude, that's well done, yeah.
You look very cool. You could pull off the Green Lantern thing.
Oh boy.
What do you think?
Oh boy. I think that whoever did that did a very fantastic job.
Are you open
That's
to
the
those
safe
kind
answer.
of things at this point, or are you kind of like, as you said before, kind of like interested in different kinds of things?
Josh, I'm a complete whore. I will work with anybody for anything. Like, if you have a job for me, I'll take it.
We got dinner last night, and he said something along the lines of like, just you wait, you know, like next year at this time it is not going to be this, you know. So it's good, you know. It's good.
Have that small apartment anymore. It's going to be different.
No, he didn't mean it like that. He meant like back to the small apartment.
No. What I meant.
Explain, please.
No, it was good advice.
I said, come the end of March, all of this is going to be over, and there is like a real world that you go back to once this whole machine is kind of done.
But then there's YouTube.
Yeah. Is that what you said? Watch YouTube.
Yeah. Watch Little Timmy Tim on YouTube.
No.
Watch some rap videos.
No.
Statistics.
No.
Statistics.
All right.
Timmy is an excellent dancer, and it made it all the more frustrating when I was there, like dancing around, having the worst time of my life. And then I look over at Timmy, who wasn't even on shot, like dancing and like actually dancing really well, and I was like, God.
Do you agree? Like, do you
I don't know if to say that. I mean, Armie is
You are an awesome
dancer.
dancer. You're an
Armie is
awesome. What are you talking
exquisite
about?
dancer
Get out of here.
And actually reduced his dancing ability as a character choice in the film.
Shut up.
Oh man. All right. These are always pretty awkward. Okay. Gasoline, or petrol, is a transparent petroleum-derived liquid that is used primarily as a fuel. And I'm just kidding. It's no. Because Beautiful Boy also deals with a family dynamic gone awry. I would think that's why he was the perfect man for this project. But the film that he made about the two brothers right after Broken Circle Breakdown.
Belgica.
Yeah, that's my favorite of his movies because it's just there's a shot at the end of that movie where the two brothers are hugging and it fades in and out. That's really amazing. Don't know why Armie Hammer's not here today. For some reason he got the day off. And
I think he's in New York.
Oh yeah, that is a legitimate thing.
We're in LA.
He is in New York, so that is a legitimate excuse. So I'm sure he's watching. Not. Between Armie Hammer and Steve Carell, these are the actors I've worked most intimately with now. Like, I'm the most spoiled kid in the universe because I've learned so much about acting from them, and more importantly, I've learned how to carry myself as a human in this business that is, literally freelance work. So.
How much do you need to pay him to say beautiful stuff like that?
A lot. It's basically eaten up my entire salary from the film. Yeah.
You owe me like $500.
And I'm in the hole.
Holly Burke Hessler is asking me favorite books, authors, and on musicians. Also, where can I buy Mr. Chalamet's lamp sweater? Yeah, that's cool. What is it? Gucci? Go at Gucci and buy at Gucci. My favorite books? I don't know. I would say the Hitchcock Truffaut book.
My only question is Timmy doing it, and is Luca directing it? Is Michael going to be in it? And other than that, I'm in. Yeah.
Call me by your name, too.
Yeah.
Call me by your mother's name.
Okay, I'm out.
And a special thanks to Armie's wife, Elizabeth Chambers, who's here tonight as well, who was as crucial to this process as anyone, and who let me crawl all over her husband for 2 months. So thank you for that. Thank you, Elizabeth.
Thank you guys very much. Thank you, Stephen and Variety, for the honor. I know this probably has to be very surreal for Timmy, having now won about 45 of these over the last season. So if it makes you any comfortable, you can hold this while I'm up here. You're probably much more used to that on stage. Thank you, Timmy, for coming and presenting me with this thing. It's amazing. It's been an incredible ride. I think I've handed you about 20 of those over the course of the last couple months. So thank you now for being a part of handing me one. It's kind of coming full circle.
First impressions of each other when you both first met.
Man, this guy's huge.